Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered why you feel more tired than you should? Or why those lines seem to deepen faster than you'd expect? It's easy to blame it on just getting older, isn't it? But what if I told you that some of the things we do every single day, without even realizing it, are silently speeding up that process, making us feel and even look years older than we actually are? We're not talking about genetics or the inevitable march of time here. We're talking about subtle, ingrained habits that quietly chip away at our vitality, leaving us feeling less vibrant and looking more worn than necessary. These aren't big, dramatic changes you need to make overnight, but rather small shifts that can have a profound impact. It's about empowering you with knowledge, not guilt, to help you take control of how you age. In this video, we're going to explore 5 common, everyday habits that might be subtly accelerating how quickly you age, both inside and out. But more importantly, we'll talk about simple, practical ways to turn them around, so you can rediscover that youthful energy and glow that might feel like a distant memory. So, settle in, maybe grab a cup of tea, and watch to the end, because there's something truly surprising waiting for you that could change your perspective on aging forever. Let's dive right into the first habit that often catches us off guard, because it feels so internal, so much a part of modern life, but it has a massive outward impact on how we age. I'm talking about the quiet creep of chronic stress and worry. It's more than just feeling anxious or overwhelmed. It's a constant state of low-level alarm that keeps your body's stress response system, your fight-or-flight mechanism, perpetually activated. When you're under chronic stress, your body constantly produces hormones like cortisol. While cortisol is essential in short bursts for survival, in the long term, it becomes a silent saboteur. It fuels inflammation throughout your body, damages cells, and can even shorten your telomeres, which are the protective caps on your DNA strands that are linked to cellular aging. Think of it like constantly having your foot on the accelerator. Even when you're stuck in traffic, it wears down the engine. You see it in the person who always seems to have a furrowed brow, or whose skin looks perpetually dull, perhaps even prone to breakouts or a flushed appearance that never quite goes away. The tension from chronic worry can manifest as tight shoulders, a knot in your stomach, or even persistent headaches. It saps your energy, dulls your sparkle, and drains your joy, making you seem older than your years. Not just in appearance, but in your overall demeanor. We all know that feeling of being completely worn out by worries, and that weariness isn't just mental, it's physical, too. It hinders your body's natural ability to repair itself, which is crucial for maintaining a youthful appearance and vibrant health. So, how do we begin to counteract this silent ager? It starts with small, consistent practices. Try incorporating just 5 minutes of deep breathing into your day. Simply breathe in slowly through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and then exhale even more slowly through your mouth. This simple act tells your nervous system to calm down. Another powerful step is to limit your exposure to constant news cycles or overwhelming social media feeds that often fuel anxiety. Prioritize true relaxation by engaging in hobbies you love, spending time in nature, or taking gentle walks. Connecting with loved ones, even just a short phone call, can be incredibly grounding. Some people find journaling to be a wonderful way to offload worries from their minds onto paper, giving them perspective. The key is to consciously build in moments of calm, to create pauses in the constant hum of life, and to reframe challenges by focusing on what you can control rather than dwelling on what you can't. Think about someone you know who's always on edge. Don't they often seem to carry an invisible weight that shows up in their posture, their expression, even their skin? They're living proof of stress's aging power. Now, closely linked to stress, and equally insidious in its aging effects, is our second habit: the pervasive problem of skimping on good, restorative sleep. Many of us treat sleep as a luxury rather than a fundamental necessity, especially as we get older. often believing we need less of it. But sleep isn't just about resting. It's about deep, critical repair work that your body and brain undertake every single night. During sleep, your cells regenerate, hormones are regulated, memories are consolidated, and your brain literally detoxifies itself, flushing out waste products that accumulate during the day. This is when your body releases growth hormone, which is vital for tissue repair and maintaining youthful skin and muscle mass. When you consistently cut corners on sleep, you're denying your body these essential processes. The immediate consequences are obvious: waking up groggy, needing multiple cups of coffee just to function, experiencing fuzzy thinking, and those telltale dark circles under your eyes. But the long-term effects are far more profound. Chronic sleep debt leads to dull, tired-looking skin. As your body isn't properly repairing collagen and elastin, it can also disrupt your metabolism, leading to increased cravings for unhealthy foods and weight gain, which adds to a feeling of sluggishness and often an older appearance. Your immune system weakens, making you more susceptible to illness, and your cognitive function, including memory and focus, can noticeably decline. Healing takes longer, your mood becomes more volatile, and you simply lack the energy to engage with life fully. Remember those nights when you just couldn't fall asleep, or kept waking up? How did you feel the next day? Now imagine that happening most nights, and the cumulative toll it takes. To turn this around, consistency is key. Aim for a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. Trying to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day. Create a calming bedtime routine that signals to your body it's time to wind down a warm bath. Reading a book not on a screen, or gentle stretching. Optimize your sleep environment by making sure your bedroom is dark, cool, and quiet. Limiting caffeine and alcohol, especially later in the day, can make a huge difference, as both can disrupt sleep patterns. Getting natural light exposure in the morning helps regulate your circadian rhythm, and gentle exercise earlier in the day can promote better sleep at night. These first two habits, chronic stress and inadequate sleep, often feed into each other, creating a vicious cycle that leaves us feeling worn out and looking at too. But the next habit we're going to talk about is something many of us unknowingly fall into, especially as we get older. And its impact on our physical vitality is profound. And that third habit is embracing a sedentary lifestyle. It's so easy to slip into, isn't it, as we get older? Perhaps our jobs require less physical activity, or hobbies change, or we just feel less inclined to move. We might think, I'm retired, I deserve to relax. And while relaxation is vital, a complete lack of movement is a quiet form of self-sabotage when it comes to staying young at heart and in body. Our bodies are designed to move, and when we don't, they begin to atrophy. This means muscle loss, a process called sarcopenia, which is a major contributor to feeling weaker, moving slower, and appearing less vibrant. When muscles aren't used, they begin to shrink and lose strength, making everyday tasks like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even just getting out of a chair feel much harder. This diminished physical capability can quickly lead to a feeling of being old or frail. Beyond muscle loss, a sedentary lifestyle also contributes to bone density loss, making bones more brittle and susceptible to fractures. Our joints become stiffer and less flexible, leading to aches, pains, and a visible reduction in our range of motion. Poor circulation sets in, affecting everything from brain health to the appearance of our skin, which can look less rosy and vibrant. Metabolism slows down, making weight management more challenging, and often leading to increased body fat, particularly around the midsection, which not only affects our appearance, but also increases our risk for various health conditions. Think about the difference between someone who still potters in the garden or takes regular strolls versus someone who spends most of their day on the couch. The difference in their vibrancy, their posture, and their overall ease of movement is often striking. The person who moves often looks more agile, carries themselves with more confidence, and radiates a sense of enduring vitality, while inactivity can lead to a slumped posture and a general air of tiredness that adds years to one's appearance. The good news is that even small amounts of consistent movement can make a huge difference. You don't need to train for a marathon. Start by aiming for daily movement, even if it's just short walks around the block, pottering in the garden, or consciously moving more during housework. The goal is to break up long periods of sitting. Set a timer to remind yourself to stand up and stretch every hour. Incorporate simple strength training exercises, using just your body weight, such as chair stands, wall push-ups, or lifting light hand weights if you have them. These help maintain muscle mass. Gentle stretching, Tai Chi, or a beginner's yoga class can greatly improve flexibility and balance, reducing stiffness and the risk of falls. Find activities you genuinely enjoy: dancing, swimming, cycling, anything that gets your body moving. The key is to make movement a natural, enjoyable part of your day, not a chore. Next on our list of quiet agers, and one that sneaks into our lives through sheer convenience, is what I call the convenience food trap. Essentially, consistently neglecting nutrient-dense foods in favor of highly processed options. In our busy lives, it's all too easy to reach for a packaged snack, a sugary drink, a frozen dinner, or fast food. These items are designed to be appealing and convenient, but they are often stripped of essential nutrients and loaded with refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients. While they might fill you up temporarily, they don't nourish your body at a cellular level, and this nutritional deficit has a profound impact on how quickly you age, both inside and out. When your body isn't getting the vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and healthy fats it needs from whole, unprocessed foods, it struggles to perform its vital functions. This leads to chronic inflammation, which is a major driver of aging and disease. It can break down collagen and elastin in your skin, leading to dullness, wrinkles, and a tired complexion. Your energy levels will fluctuate wildly due to blood sugar spikes and crashes, leaving you feeling sluggish and fatigued. Your gut health suffers, which impacts everything from your mood to your immune system. And perhaps most importantly, your brain health can decline, affecting memory and cognitive function, making you feel less sharp. Remember how much better you felt after a fresh, home-cooked meal versus a greasy takeaway. That feeling isn't just about satisfaction. It's your body thanking you for the vital nutrients. The difference in vitality between someone who primarily consumes fresh, whole foods and someone who relies heavily on processed convenience items is often stark. It shows in their skin, their energy, and their overall well-being. To escape this trap, the most impactful step is to focus on incorporating more whole, unprocessed foods into your diet. Think, eat the rainbow with plenty of colorful fruits and vegetables. Prioritize lean proteins, fiber-rich whole grains, and healthy fats from sources like avocados, nuts, and olive oil. Make water your primary beverage to stay hydrated. Cooking more at home gives you control over ingredients, allowing you to avoid hidden sugars and unhealthy additives. When you do buy packaged foods, make a habit of reading labels, looking for short ingredient lists with recognizable names. Small swaps can make a big difference. Choose a piece of fruit instead of a sugary dessert, a handful of nuts instead of chips, or a glass of water instead of soda. These conscious choices add up to profound improvements in your vitality and youthful appearance. Finally, let's talk about a habit that affects our inner spark, our mental agility, and our connection to the world around us. This fifth quiet ager is neglecting your mind's health through a lack of novelty, continuous learning, and meaningful social connection. It's easy to get comfortable in routines as we get older, and there's certainly comfort in familiarity. However, when we stop actively seeking new experiences, learning new things, or engaging deeply with others, our minds can begin to stagnate. Our brains, much like our muscles, thrive on stimulation, neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, is supported by learning and new experiences. When we stop challenging our brains, these connections can weaken, affecting our memory, problem-solving skills, and overall cognitive sharpness. Beyond mental stimulation, meaningful social connection is incredibly important for our emotional well-being and overall vitality. Social isolation and loneliness have been linked to a host of negative health outcomes, including increased risk of cognitive decline, depression, and even a shorter lifespan when we withdraw from social circles or don't make an effort to connect with friends and family. We lose out on the stimulation, laughter, and support that keep us feeling vibrant and engaged with life. A lack of purpose or new experiences can lead to apathy, making you seem less present and engaged, effectively dulling your inner light. We all know someone who, despite their age, just seems to have this incredible zest for life, always curious, always meeting new people, full of interesting stories. And then there are others who seem to have given up on new experiences or social interaction. And you can almost see the difference in their eyes, a quiet weariness that suggests they feel older than they are. To combat this quiet ager, actively embrace lifelong learning. This doesn't mean going back to university, though it could. It means picking up a new hobby, learning an instrument, trying a new language with an app, or delving into a topic that fascinates you through online courses or books. Engage in mentally stimulating activities like puzzles, board games, or lively discussions with friends. Prioritize social connection by making an effort to meet friends, joining clubs or community groups, volunteering, or simply connecting regularly with family members. Finding a sense of purpose, whether through a hobby, community work, or even mentoring someone younger, can reignite your passion for life. And don't be afraid to try new experiences, visit new places, try new foods, or simply take a different route on your daily walk. These activities nourish your mind and spirit, keeping you curious, engaged, and full of that youthful sparkle. These 5 habits, while seemingly small on their own, can collectively create a significant drag on our vitality, making us feel and look older than we need to. But here's the truly empowering part. The beautiful truth is that each of these habits, from managing stress to embracing movement, from nourishing our bodies to stimulating our minds and connecting with others, offers us a tremendous opportunity for positive change. We've talked about how chronic worry can wrinkle our spirits and our skin, how shortchanging ourselves on sleep robs us of vital repair and rejuvenation, and how sitting too much can literally stiffen our bodies and our outlook. We've also explored how reaching for processed convenience foods can silently starve our cells of the very nutrients that keep us vibrant, and how letting our minds stagnate or withdrawing from social connection can dim our inner light. What's truly exciting is that every single one of these areas is within your control, more than you might imagine. Remember, embarking on this journey isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's not about making drastic, impossible changes overnight that leave you feeling overwhelmed and discouraged. Instead, it's about taking one small, consistent step at a time, building momentum and confidence with each success. Maybe it's committing to just 5 minutes of deep breathing when you feel overwhelmed, or adding a 10-minute walk to your daily routine. Perhaps it's swapping out just one processed snack for a piece of fresh fruit, or making a conscious effort to get to bed 15 minutes earlier tonight. Maybe it's signing up for that online course you've been eyeing, or simply reaching out to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Each tiny shift, each mindful choice, sends a powerful message to your body and mind. I value my well-being, and I'm actively choosing to feel and look my best. Imagine the ripple effect these small actions can have. Picture waking up feeling more refreshed, with a clearer head and more energy to pursue your passions. Imagine moving with greater ease and comfort, being able to enjoy activities you love without pain or stiffness. Envision a sharper mind, ready to learn new things and engage in vibrant conversations. Think of the renewed glow in your skin, the increased resilience in your spirit, and the brighter outlook on life that comes from feeling genuinely well. From the inside out, these aren't pipe dreams. They are very real, achievable outcomes when you consistently choose habits that support your vitality rather than quietly diminishing it. Your body is incredibly resilient, and it responds beautifully to care and attention. Think of it as investing in your most precious asset, your health and your happiness. An investment that pays dividends in joy, energy, and a renewed sense of purpose. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonated most with you? Or perhaps you've already made a positive change in one of these areas and want to share your success story. Your insights and experiences are so valuable, not just to me, but to everyone in this community who is on a similar journey. So please, share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's create a space where we can support and inspire each other on this journey to living our best lives. If this video has sparked something in you, if it's given you a new perspective or a renewed sense of hope, please give it a thumbs up. Liking the video helps more people like you discover this content. And it truly means the world to me, as it helps this message of vitality reach a wider audience. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. We're building a wonderful community here, all dedicated to embracing vitality and well-being at every stage of life. When you subscribe, you won't miss out on future videos packed with practical tips and empowering insights designed specifically for our amazing audience. Thank you for spending this time with me. It's an honor to share this journey with you. Remember, age is just a number, but vitality is a choice. You have the power within you to feel younger, look brighter, and live with more joy and energy than you ever thought possible. Keep nurturing yourself, keep exploring, and keep believing in your incredible potential. Live your best life at every age.